got Finnish citizenship and passport, which is the second most powerful passport in the world. And I think on this passport you can travel around 176 countries without visa or e-visa. What are the requirements to get a citizenship in Finland? Having or by getting some advice, that what do you recommend to the newcomers who recently moved to Finland or who are aspiring to be a Finnish citizen or trying to settle
Actually,
here?
that's actually very important because
Interested in Finnish memes, then I can also share your TikTok or YouTube. Welcome to my channel today, and today we have a guest who recently got Finnish citizenship and passport, which is the second most powerful passport in the world. And I think on this passport you can travel around 176 countries without visa or e-visa. So thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you for inviting, and it's nice to be here.
Yeah, can you introduce a bit to our audience?
Yeah, so my name is Mohammed Zeeshan, and I came to Finland actually in 2015, which is like 19 years ago from now. And I came here to pursue my master's degree in wireless communication system. So it was a good time back then. So I got my degree in 2 years' time. And as soon as I got my degree in 2017, I started working for Nokia as an engineer. And since then, I have been working for Nokia. At the same time, I completed my PhD degree from Tampere University as well. And all this time during my studies and my working, we were also getting used to the Finnish culture, learning the Finnish language. And finally, 9 years from 2015, I finally ended up getting my citizenship like a month ago.
Okay, congratulations.
Yeah,
so I have seen you have got quite a profile actually, master's, PhD, and then Nokia, all those big names, and also quite a lot of time. What if somebody who's not like just a bachelor's degree or I don't know, we can go like, what are the requirements to get a citizenship in Finland?
Well, actually, I mean, the journey stays the same for anyone who comes to Finland, whether you come as a bachelor student or as a master student. So the Finnish law require you that in order to acquire Finnish citizenship, you need to know the Finnish language up to B2 level, and you should have lived in Finland for about 5 years. And I think 5 years is a good time to basically to acquire Finnish, like a citizenship to any country. You need to know the language and the culture, and 5 years I think is a good time to acquire like the language skills and get used to the culture here. So
very nice. So do you need to have some kind of job that you are paying taxes to the government, or even if you don't have a job you can apply for citizenship?
Yeah, actually, usually for citizenship, job is not the main requirement. Even though, because I know people who have been applying for citizenship, even though they are not, they don't have any job yet, and they are getting like this, how to say, unemployment insurance or something funding like that. But I think your chances increases by double if you have a proper job and you are paying taxes to the government. Then you can show that, okay, I'm living here and I'm giving to the country, I'm paying taxes. So it kind of adds up to the application.
And also I felt that one of the hurdle for the immigrants here is to learn language, and I think that's only like one of the biggest hurdle to get the citizenship or to fulfill the citizenship requirement. How do you cope with this?
I think if I tell you honestly, so Finnish language, that's true. It's a difficult language. Even the like the Finnish people has acknowledged that it's a difficult language. But what we like, sometimes things create a hype. To be honest, like during my journey, I realized that it's not that difficult, especially up to the requirement if you need to pass like the language exam to get the citizenship. So it's only up to intermediate level, which is B2. But then it's up to you how you study or prepare for the exam.
And how did you end up, like by yourself, or did you take some courses?
So if I tell you my story, how I did it myself. So when I was a master's student at the Tampere University back in 2015, the university does offer you courses like language courses up to B2 level, and they are arranged like every period. So I took all the courses at the university for 2 years. But the courses, I mean, of course, the courses did help me get the basic. But what I did beside the courses there were two things actually that helped me a lot. So I used to go to language cafes. They're mostly organized by Punainen Risti, like the Red Cross, Finnish Red Cross. So once in a week, I would go there. And how it goes there, that you sit with mix of people, like they are Finnish people and foreign people, and the whole communication for 1.5 hours, it happens in Finnish. So I used to do that, and it really helped me. Yeah, because if you would say something wrong, the Finnish teachers there or the people there, they will correct you, and then you also got the confidence of speaking Finnish because you had the foreigners with you who are not that good in Finnish. So that greatly helped me. Of course, I took the courses that made my base, and after that, it was all practice. And then I don't know if I should add here for those people, especially who want to clear the Finnish language exam. So in the language exam, there is a trick actually. If you just want to like pass the exam, so most of the topics in the language, they are actually, I don't know if I should say that, but I will just say it because it will help somebody. So most of the topics in the test, they're repeated.
Wow. So you can prepare like previous some exams.
Exactly. So what many people have been doing actually, so what they take, they take the past exams. They look at the questions, especially in the writing part, and also speaking. That what were the topics? Then they memorize those topics particularly. So if you're lucky and you go to the testing and you get the same topics in the right, you can just write them down. But of course, the Finnish people are quite clever, and they also realize this fact. That is why you can pass the writing section like that. It gives you some confidence boost, but then speaking and listening is something that you cannot memorize. For those you need skills and some basic, and those you can acquire with speaking. The thing that helped me was these language cafes. So you get the confidence to speak, and then you use the language everywhere you go. So for me, it was a big journey. It took me actually like 7 years to clear the language exam, and 3 attempts. And the reason for that is that all of us immigrants who come here, we are busy with work, studies, and plenty of stuff. But you need to, if you find time for the language, like 1.5 hours in the whole week, it's not that much. So yeah, you can practice.
And also many people are curious about the process itself. Let's say, no, I fulfill the requirements. I have spent 5 years. I have my language test passed, and there is no criminal record. I apply for the
process.
And how long is the process like?
Actually, the process, it depends on a lot of factors, because usually plenty of people applies for the citizenship, and the immigration, they have like a separate queue for like processing the applications. And then, for example, for our passport, like the Pakistani passport, it took me 1 year, the whole process. It took me like 1 hour to fill the application, but to get a decision, it took 1 year. And the reason for that is that, well, in our case, it's a bit different, because in Pakistan, we do not have an embassy, a Finnish embassy. And the authorities here, like the Migri here, they kind of do a background check on you, like a security check, like whether you have...
In Pakistan or in here?
In Pakistan. Because here, they have all the record already. Everything is digitized.
That's interesting.
So they go back there and they do the check, they do some investigation, like they kind of cross-check your documents, where you studied and anything. And for that, they acquired the information from the Pakistani authorities, and that is what is causing the delay for us people.
Interesting.
And for example, if you look at other countries like India or Bangladesh, those people are getting citizenship like in 3 months and even 2 months. Even in our Irani people are getting citizenship earlier than us. So that's the main reason for us that it takes a long time.
It's taking time. And maybe next question can be, did you feel any, it's just the 1 month, did you feel any benefit, or how do you feel after getting a citizenship?
I think the biggest benefit you get after, I was just discussing with somebody, he was asking me like, do you feel any difference? So the main benefit that you get is ease in travel. Like, for example,
as I mentioned before,
like 170 countries you mentioned, that's a lot. I mean, you don't need a visa you don't have that worry that, and it's not necessarily that you travel for leisure. Sometimes you get an opportunity, like for example, you might need to travel for work to participate in a conference. Previously, it was that you would think that, whether I will get a visa or not.
Actually, I can relate to this. I have recently encountered 4 cases from my work. This summer, I had to travel to US and through my company, and still my visa is pending. Just because I have a Pakistani passport.
Exactly.
And secondly, I have to travel to Kazakhstan last month, and this month I have to travel to China, and then even like before that, in the April, I have to travel to South Africa. So all these countries I have miss those opportunities just
Yep.
because I have Pakistani passport. The visas are taking so much time that clients are not waiting that much.
Yeah, that's the ban. Like all of us have faced similar situation previously, like especially with the visas that you apply and then you have to wait. So that's a big benefit that you get. Like you're kind of free to travel and make your plans. And second benefit that you get is in Finland, for example, if you want to buy a house or if you need a loan for to start your business or whatever, so you can get it easily because you're a citizen and people trust you that more. That okay, you are staying here. That's the biggest benefit. And
Okay, nice.
it's anyhow kind of peace of mind for you. You don't have to worry about applying for extension for the permits.
Exactly.
And whether you don't have to worry that what if you don't have a job, then you have to show the statement to the Migri or authorities.
Exactly.
So
Got it.
yeah, other than that, all the benefits are the same which you can get on a permanent residence. But the main benefit is traveling ease.
Got it.
That's the
So we can wrap the video maybe by having or by getting some advice. That what do you recommend to the newcomers who recently moved to Finland or who are aspiring to be a Finnish citizen or trying to
yeah,
settle
actually
here?
that's actually very important because many new students are coming. And well, my advice, I would give 3 points. So if you're staying long term in Finland and you intend to stay here long enough that you get the citizenship, start learning the language from day one. There are many applications, like just start with Duolingo. You can do that, so that because language, it's not only about the citizenship. Once you know the language, you can, if you're sitting in a bus, you can hear what people are talking about, you can read the news, you can understand the signs, and you feel more welcome in the country. Like you can communicate with people in Finnish and it feels more good.
And also it can create more job opportunities.
Exactly. So don't, like every time people come here they just say Finnish language is difficult and then they don't learn it. But start learning from the day one. Learn one day every day, and don't go into the grammar, because you see Finnish grammar is very, like, I mean, it's very demotivating because it's difficult. Exactly. Don't go into the grammar, just speak the language. I mean, for example, me and my mother tongue is Pashto. I have never learned the grammar and I speak it fluently. So focus on the language. That's the first thing. The second advice I will give you that if you do not have a proper job in Finland, or if you see that you are not finding opportunity, don't restrict yourself to Finland just because you want to get a citizenship. Move on. I mean, once you are in Finland, the whole Europe is open to you. Try to go to Sweden, Germany, apply elsewhere, because once you get the job, then you will have time to settle down there and learn the language of whichever country and get the citizenship. So don't do that. Don't waste time just by waiting here and not finding opportunity elsewise. And for language, don't make it boring. I mean, this Red Cross thing I recommend, it's really interesting. You make new friends. You talk to very nice people, and you are also practicing, and you also don't get bored. Finnish is something, if you will study it alone, you will lose the motivation in 1 week. So start learning from day one. Find activities. Not only this Red Cross, there are also, there are kafilas actually organized by many different people. So if you go to like even 2 of them, like every week, that's a lot of practice. 1.5 hours.
I think one going on in this duo somewhere.
Yeah, I used to go to that one with the Red Cross
every Tuesday evening.
Exactly, and it actually helped me a lot. And it is challenging. I mean, for example, if for a person like me who was doing PhD and then working at the same time, like wake up in the morning, do your studies, and then do the work all day, and then and then go to and then also like of course I do my own social media as well. Then do that, and then you go to learn the language. You're all tired and sitting there. So, but I mean, it has the reward at the end.
And what's your third advice? You mentioned that 3 advices I will give.
So the first one was start from day one. Second one was don't stay here just for citizenship. Find opportunities elsewhere. And the third one was this thing, like, don't make it boring for you. Just try to find Finnish friends and like this Kelly Kahvilata language cafes type stuff.
Got it.
It will make your learning interesting.
And also from your second point, this one question come to my mind. In Germany, actually, I think they also consider the stay of your other countries if you are on a blue card. Let's say, I don't know, it works in Finland also or not, because
I'm not sure about that actually. But yeah, in Germany, I think the thing is that if you have permanent residency, so then they count towards that, like those time.
Somebody was mentioning that if you have a blue card and working, even I'm working in Finland, and the time I spend in Finland will be considered towards my citizenship application within Germany.
It could be. It could be because EU blue card is something that you can work in the whole EU, so that's it should count.
Okay, Finland is also has introduced EU blue card with
Yeah.
lower requirements.
Yes. Yeah.
Now
That's
I think
true. That's actually pretty good.
that's
Yeah.
good now. Anyway, thank you very much for your time and for this video. I hope this will help some people who wants to move to Finland or who
Yep.
are already here and try to settle in the country.
Yeah, I hope so. And of course, I mean, if there are further questions, you can of course ask Tehseen on his
Yeah,
channel, and you can also reach me. You can probably share my LinkedIn profile link. You can reach me on LinkedIn, and
or if you're interested in Finnish memes, then I can also share your
oh yeah,
TikTok or YouTube.
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
description.
Actually, Finland. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. See you in the next video.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.